Hello, LTD. Is everyone getting free? Is everyone going diamond? Sorry. That is a catchphrase that Larry Winters, a double diamond, would always say at the beginning of his talks at the quarterly conferences that I've mentioned before. Fuck that guy. Anyway, my name is TJ Misumi. I'm your host, and you are listening to Unplug, which is the show where we free the minds of the people that have been enslaved and indoctrinated by the MLM matrix and the network marketing matrix. In particular, we speak about the lies and fallacies that have been done by Amway and LTD. We are now in part 2 of the LTD tools business. We are breaking down the strongholds of believing, or this push of belief that that there's more money made in Amway than LTD, and that the leaders, the higher ranks, the higher pin levels are only making a fraction from LTD, and that the majority of the money is made from Amway. We've broken that lie. We have revealed and exposed that they actually make more money from LTD than Amway itself. They have people subscribe to the LTD subscriptions. It starts up at $9 a month, goes up to at least $250 a month. You're buying tickets to conferences, which is at least $135 a month, or $135 for a weekend, which takes place 4 times a year. There's meetings that take place once a month called team meetings, $10. Then there's info sessions, which take place weekly, which is $5. That all adds up. You recruit people. They now not only get signed up to be an Amway distributor and get their Amway website, but then they're all signed up under LTD. And all that money that they're subscribing to is getting paid to the higher pin levels, and they're making money off of their subscriptions. And so the lie that I want to tear down is the lie that they will always say at the info session that I go to, that no one makes money off of you getting signed up. We have to help people first in order for us to make anything. We have to help people make money before we can make money. Or in other words, we have to serve people before we can actually make money. When the reality is that they make money off of people signing up. They really do. That is a lie, that they don't, when they actually do make money from people that sign up. Specifically, they don't make money from Amway if you just sign up first day. They make money from LTD if you sign up for LTD the first day. Because right when you sign up with LTD, you're on a subscription plan, at least, $90 a month or more. Buying tickets, buying audios, all this stuff. So, from day one, if you sign up to the tools business, they're making money off of you doing that. So that's a lie where they say they're not making money off of you. They actually are. And that's the tools business, but they don't reveal that. They don't want to. And then that'll probably make sense why I've witnessed it myself, where they'll say, hey, I've witnessed. It was actually my downline. My upline told my downline. So the people that recruited me, they told the people that I recruited that if they didn't want to go to the info session anymore or not attend any meetings anymore, they didn't have to. But what they could also do as well is that if my downline, the people that I recruited, wanted to meet people and recruit them, they could. And then what would happen is they can just send the people that they recruit to my upline, and then they'll coach them, and my downline won't have to attend meetings. So I'll probably clarify that. So the one leg that I sponsored, I won't say his name. He would eventually get married, right? So the one leg that I sponsored, that stuck in anyway. I sponsored more, but the leg that stuck in and went to 2400 PV, he got married. So him and his wife, my downline, my first leg, not my first leg, but my downline, the one that I recruited, the one that I sponsored, brought in, recruited. That's what sponsor means. Sponsor means the one that I recruited. So the couple that I recruited that stayed in, that went 1200 PV, my recruiter, the one that recruited me, his name is Daniel Global, and his wife is Tal Global. They told my couple that I recruited that if they didn't want to attend the info sessions, team meetings, conferences, they didn't have to. And then also, if the couple that I recruited wanted to continue to prospect and meet people, that could. And then after they would, prospect and meet people and get their numbers and stuff, they can just send their way over to Daniel and Tal, and Daniel and Tal can coach them. And then the couple that I recruited won't have to attend meetings anymore. So in other words, the couple that I recruited, they were told that they don't have to go to meetings if they don't want to. And what they could do is they could just send anyone that they meet as a prospect to Daniel and Tal, and Daniel and Tal can coach them and essentially build their group for them without them having to actually be there and see what's happening, or without them actually having to be at the meetings and see what's happening. I mentioned that just because it makes sense now, because they can just make money off of my downline, the people that I recruited to have those people that they recruit to or send their way over to subscribe to the tools business, and they can try and keep not only myself but also then my couple that I recruited, out of the profit or out of the income that is being made through the tools business. If that makes sense. I hope that made sense. Or then the other scenario where, if you first get recruited from Amway, if you don't have money to sign up for both Amway and LTD, they'll just want you to get signed up with LTD first. And then also, they'll tell you just buy your conference ticket first, which is at least, $100 different dollars, a weekend to go to. Buy your conference ticket first, see how it's like, no refunds. And if you like it, then we'll sign you up. You know what I mean? So, if they can't get you with Amway and LTD, they'll make sure to at least get you with LTD with something. Either a conference ticket or a subscription to LTD as a whole. Because then they can make money automatically from that. And then Amway, they can sign you up later, and make money off of you from that later. But, the real money is made from the tools business, and they can make money right away from you getting subscribed to the tools business. Because once you get a subscription, they make money. Once you buy a ticket to a conference, they make money. And then that's the truth. And you gotta ask yourself, if you've been in it, where does that money go to when you go to the info session, when you go to a conference, when you go to a team meeting? Sure, they have to rent out the space, they have to rent out the stadium, they have to rent out the hotels and everything. I get that, but I mean, it doesn't make sense though, because not all of that can go to the stadiums, the hotels, the hotel meeting rooms, the conference rooms. Not all of that can go there, because I mean, anyone that is, ran a business where they have to rent out spaces, it's planned out ahead of time, and you know what I mean. So like, if you're going to like a hotel and you're using that hotel as a conference room for an info session, which takes place once a week, you already kind of have like a reoccurring payment plan, probably going every month. So that's already planned out. So and then you're having to pay weekly to go to that info session, $5 a week. You can kind of put two and two together, where like not all of that's going towards the hotel. Some of that, a majority of that, is going towards the leaders' pockets. That's an example. And you really got to ask yourself too, follow the money. Where's the money going if you're in it? The conference money, the team meeting money, the info session money. Where is it all going to truly? You got to ask yourself that. Take that red pill. And then on top of that, during the pandemic, we were still required to pay $5 a week to watch a Zoom meeting for the info session. Think about that. Now there's no hotels to rent out during the pandemic. Where is that money going to? Same thing with the conferences. We're having to pay money, same amount of money, to watch a Zoom conference 3 days, in a weekend. Same thing, but now it's all digital. Why are we paying for that? There's no hotels. There's no stadium to rent out. It's all on Zoom. You gotta think about that. It's a scam. It's a pyramid. They're all making money off of all of us being subscribed through their LTD motivational truth system. Same thing with Worldwide Dream Builders, same thing with URA, and it's the same thing with Bill Britt Worldwide. And that's where it all came from. All these other tools businesses, they all come from Britt Worldwide. They all originate from Britt Worldwide. That's where they come from. That's the red pill. And the funny thing is they won't even have the balls to admit it to your face that they're making more money off of the tools business than the actual AO business. And it's crazy to think about, they're both pyramid schemes. The tools business and the AO business, they're both pyramid schemes. It's just they're making more money off of the tools business than the AO business. And that goes back to the analogy that I made before about that guy who's saying, hey, I can teach you how to make $1 million. It's, he made money off of the system, him making sure that everyone in that neighborhood that was, that had 1 million people in it, that neighborhood, he made sure that everyone bought his ticket, which was $1. And so he made $1 million. And so he taught everyone how to make $1 million, which was, hey, just tell everyone to buy the system, buy the motivational system. It was just an analogy to just allude that, it's all an illusion with LTD Amway. They sell you on, you're going to make more money with Amway. Amway's how you get free, but it's actually, they're getting financial independence from you buying the tools, the LTD motivational system. And then that's the tool side, and the business side, the supply base side, the top leaders are making money off of you buying your ditto. The majority of people that are losing money their losses are how the top recruiters in that supply base smaller pyramid are making money. So I mean, they're both pyramids, both triangles. One's bigger than the other. The bigger one is the tools business, LTD. The smaller one is Amway. That's the red pill. That's the truth. And with that being said, I'm not like your upline. I'm not like the recruiters out there saying, hey, well, listen to me. Don't look at the internet or anything else out there. Well, listen to me because I'm willing to teach you what I know. I'm not like that. I'm not a little bitch. I'm telling you this. Don't believe me. Check what I'm saying. Do your own research with an open mind. And then on top of that, talk to your upline, talk to your recruiters. Ask them questions. Ask them what I'm telling you. See what they say. See what they want to teach you about it. And then take all of the information that you're getting and decipher and make your own conclusion. And if that means that I'm wrong, then great. But at least you looked at more than one perspective. At least you got a whole point of view of it versus just one biased point of view. At least you got different perspectives. And at least you were able to make your own decision. That's what I am saying. Don't believe me. Do your own research, from what I'm saying. And then, talk to your upline. See what they say. See what information that they can give you to study and look at. And then, decipher on your own. That's what I'm saying. If you're in Amway still. Or if you're being prospected. So with that being said, I'm going to list my sources. If you have Spotify or Castbox or anywhere to find a podcast, I will look up the show Life After MLM by Belerta Evans. The show is called Life After MLM. There's a historian called Sean Munger. He's a historian. And then this topic of the tools business kind of fell into his lap, and so he did study and research on it. And he was on the show as a guest. So if you look up Life After MLM and search Amway Tools, he's a guest on this show, on that episode. And he talks about the Amway Tools business and the origin and how it was formed and how it continues to this day. And then Sean Munger also has a channel. I'll spell his name, S-E-A-N, first name. Last name is M-U-N-G-E-R, Sean Munger. He has a YouTube page channel. If you look up, if you just put in the search bar, Tools Cult Scam, Sean Munger, you'll see a video, and he does a huge in-depth study on the tools business and how it was formed as well too on YouTube. So if you go on YouTube, there's a whole episode on the tools business. It's called the Tools Cult Scam on YouTube. And then on a podcast form like Castbox or Spotify or wherever you find podcast, Life After MLM, he's on that show as a guest and does a talk about the Amway tools as well. And that's where I got my information from as far as the tools business and how it was formed and how it continues to this day. So I recommend looking at those things. And he also cites his sources as well too on these platforms because he's a historian. So anyway, I recommend looking into that. I recommend looking into, if you go on YouTube, there's a video called, if you just go on YouTube and put in the search bar Dateline, Datei, so let me spell again, Dateline, Dateline, and then put down Amway Quickstar. Quickstar is spelled Quixtar. So if you put Dateline Amway Quickstar, you'll find the episode that I mentioned earlier about NBC Dateline investigating Amway and finding out about the tools business. And you'll find a lot of familiar leaders there. If you've been in Amway, you'll see Bill Britt, you'll see Larry and Pam Winters, you'll see Alan Laniger, Michelle Laniger, you'll see Joe Merrick Markowitz. And then if you go on YouTube and put in the search bar Merchants of Deception interview with Hugh Zhang. His name is spelled Hughzang. Hugh Zhang. I'll spell his name again. First name is Hugh. Last name is Zang. Hugh Zhang. And put that with, again, Merchants of Deception. Basically, it's an interview with Hugh Zhang. It's on the YouTube channel called Authentic TV. I'll spell the YouTube channel. It's AUTHENTIK. I'll spell again. AUTHENTIK. Authentic TV. That's a YouTube channel. That channel has an interview with Hugh Zhang, and it's called Merchants of Deception. So that one, Hugh Zhang was an emerald on Brit Worldwide, and he talks about the tools business there. He talks about how when he went emerald, he saw the payment structure of the tools business and how, yeah, they make more money from the tools business than the actual Amway business, and that's why he quit. He talks about that, and that's someone with experience who's been an emerald in Amway, from a different tools business system, but Amway, and it's through Brit Worldwide. And then also Hugh Zhang has a podcast as well. So if you put Hugh Zhang's 12 Years in Network Marketing, you'll find his podcast episode of him explaining his journey of being in Amway for 12 years and why he left. And then you'll find another episode by Hugh Zhang. It's called What is Behind the Curtain of Network Marketing. I would recommend looking at that as well. Let's see. I think that was all my sources that I wanted you to look at. So yeah, I recommend looking at those things with an unbiased mind. And you know what, if you're an Amway, I would encourage you to ask your upline about these things. See what they say. Are you actually making money off of me subscribing to the tool system? Anyway, that's the truth. LTD is a scam. LTD is also a pyramid scheme, and it's a larger pyramid scheme than Amway, but still a pyramid scheme. That's the red pill. Like I said again, I've been on both sides. I really believe in this thing as well. So if you're still in it, I understand. I wouldn't have believed it either. Especially because, you know, I believe in these people. They're like my heroes. The people that recruited me. They seem genuine. Why would they lie to me? Why would they cheat me like this? I understand. You just have to understand that we live in a cruel world where people will lie to you, they will cheat you, they will take advantage of you. That's just the reality. And I wouldn't put your upline on a pedestal like I did. Because the reality is, these people are not good people. And I've been in it, I know what it's like. Like I said again, I've mentioned in an episode where I've had people try and reach out to me and tell me the truth, and I didn't listen because I was biased and I believed in my upline, my recruiters, over them. So I know what it's like to be on both sides, to matrix. You're indoctrinated, so you don't really have the lens to be open-minded. You don't really have the lens to see the truth. If you're like me, you wake up and see the truth for yourself. And if you're like me, you may stay in and never see the truth. And even if you do leave, you may think that, hey, I left a good opportunity, but it wasn't for me. But actually, you left a scam, a big scam, that wasn't for you. To that, I say I'm sorry that you've gone through that. If you have gone through that, or if you're still going through that, just know you're not alone. I've been there. If you've been in it. If you haven't, hey, praise God. If you have, I've been there. It's okay. It's a lot to process. So I recommend looking at these things that I've mentioned here for you to look at. Do your research. And really decipher and really look at what's going on. If you're in it, if you go to these meetings, these conferences, really look at it with an open mind. What's really going on? Where is somebody going towards? What's really going on here? I think that's it. I think we have officially broken the strongholds, or at least some of them, that Amway and LTD try and impose on the people, try and put on the people, the fallacies, the lies. I think we've spoken out against that and spoken the truth, and have destroyed those lies that they make with truth. That's what we do. That's the show. Unplug. That's the red pill. Welcome to the real world. You have now just left the matrix. It's kind of funny. They teach, if you're in Amway, that you were in the matrix before you got in, and you got out when you got into Amway, because we're teaching you and showing you a new route, a route to be financially free and independent and not have to work a job for 40 years or more. You can become free in 2 to 5 years, financial independence, retire in 2 to 5 years, and have passive income for the rest of your life. A new way of making money, a new way to have passive income. You're taking the red pill of getting out of this employee world and becoming a business owner that has passive income, financial independence. When the reality is when you get into Amway, you're entering into a matrix of indoctrination, bullshit, being told all these lies, thinking that Amway is the only opportunity out there in the world, believing that these leaders make more money with Amway than LTD, believing that you don't get signed up, they don't make money off of you signing up. When they do, when they sign you up immediately with LTD, they make more money with LTD than Amway. They pick a certain level of people to start making money off of the tools business that they have their download that they recruited to buy and subscribe to the tools motivational system, LTD. And then on the business side of things, the supply-based side of things, they're making money off of people financially losing, being at a financial loss, so then that 2-3% can succeed. So you're actually entering into a matrix when you get into Amway, and then if you leave, you're actually leaving the matrix. Seeing the truth for yourself outside the matrix, and then finally taking the red pill and seeing the lies that it is Amway LTD. I will also want to say this too, that I'm not sure exactly what level you can start making money off of your team LTD subscription, at least on this tool system. I know for a fact it's Emerald for Brit Worldwide, because Hugh Zhang said that he saw the payment structure for the tools business with Brit Worldwide as an Emerald. I've spoken to people who have been in Worldwide Dream Builders, and they say for them it's Platinum, where the leaders are starting to begin to make money off of the tools business, and they get all of it through Diamond. All the subscription money that their downline is spending, they get all of it at Diamond. And so I believe it's the same thing with LTD, where I believe it starts off with Platinum, and then the higher you go, Diamond and above, you get all the subscription money with LTD. But if it's not Platinum, it's somewhere. It could be Ruby, it could be Emerald. I don't believe it's Platinum, personally, but I know it's at some level where it begins, and they pick the level, because it's just that they're shooters that are building this tools business, so they pick the level. It's not Amway picking the level, because like I said again, Amway has a separate leadership, separate ownership. So it's the Amway kingpins that are deciding what level people can make money off of their team subscribing to the motivational tool business, LTD. So I believe it starts off with Platinum, but if it's not Platinum, it's somewhere. It could be Emerald, could be Ruby, but at some level, that's when you're allowed to start making money off of the tools business from your team subscribing to. And once you find this out, you're not allowed to disclose that to your downline until they reach that level. That's the truth. That's the red pill. So with that being said, we're going to end the show off on that. This has been another episode of Unplug. I'm your host, TJ Misumi, and we'll catch you on the next episode.